What's cracking, everybody? Long time no see. Long time no see. I had to do this live on my laptop. My computer's installing a whole bunch of updates right now. I don't know what's up with the live chat. If you guys are chatting, I don't see it. Yep. You guys are. I had to pop out the chat on the other side. PC user, Fabian Hernandez, Super Miata Brothers, Kenneth Shavely. Well, I can't even really read that. I gotta put the screen back a little bit. So what is cracking, everybody? Let's try to see if I can fix this light right here. I don't know why it's making me look like this. Maybe it's something to do with the go ahead and turn that way. Anyways. Thank you, Anthony RC. Nah. I'm pretty sure I feel worse than I actually look. I'm gonna tell you all about this shit, man. If you ain't had it, if you ain't ever tested positive for COVID or whatever, I'm gonna tell you what I got, how I got treated by it. I'll tell you what this shit did to me. All right. Soy tu padre was cracking. Hey, let me ask some of yous a question. For some of yous out there that they use Spanglish or Spanish or whatever the case may be. If you ever use the word carnal, have you ever heard of that being in any way connection to something gay? Has any of you ever heard that? Because I ain't ever heard that, but somebody tried to tell me that, yeah, carnal, brother. Somebody told me yesterday in a message, and it blew my fucking mind. I thought I was being punked. I thought I was on candid camera. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Never heard that before in my life. Somebody said they looked up the word carnal and it said it meant gay love. So this individual was like basically asking, well, hey man, so are you gay or what? And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, cause somebody was saying get well soon, carnal, on your Facebook page. I'm like, yeah, it means brother or it means homie or something like that. You know, I mean, it's got a bunch of different meanings. But yeah, for the most part, carnal means brother. And he says, no, man, I looked it up. It means gay love. I'm like, well, I don't know what fucking dictionary you're looking that shit up in. But you need to go watch American Me or you need to go watch like Blood In, Blood Out or something, or at least, take a basic Spanish course, some shit. No, dude wasn't trolling. He was dead fucking serious. Dead fucking serious. This guy was dead serious. All right. It's a good friend of mine. You know, I mean, I've seen him around. Like he's been rocking with this channel for a long time. He sends me a lot of mail to my PO box and stuff, but yeah, he was dead serious, man. I was tripping. I thought maybe he had been like eating some Jimson weed or doing some shit. I don't know. But anyways, this goes to show you I can still keep my same sense of humor while I'm walking around here half dead and shit. So how many of you on here have had the COVID before? How many of you have had COVID before? Go ahead, shoot me a thumbs up real quick. So you already know what I'm talking about. How many of you have had the COVID? The Rona? Anybody? Anthony RC, you had the Rona? But like poisoning, huh? Well, let me tell you guys a little something about my little experience with the Rona. And you know, there has been some people that have gotten at me over the last couple of weeks and said, "Oh, I thought you didn't believe in the coronavirus." Well, here's the thing, people. I never said I didn't believe in the coronavirus. All right? Let me just clear that up right here and right now. Because I can't stand it when people like half-ass listen to what I'm saying. And, you know, they form all kinds of weird, some kind of like summation out of a couple of things that I say, and they take it out of context or whatever. But here's the thing. Never once did I say I don't believe in the coronavirus. I said that it was odd in the beginning when they were like showing images of doctors helping crash test dummies on gurneys and shit like that. That was kind of weird. It was also kind of weird that they were, you know, trying to show up a out of control emergency room in New York, but actually the footage was from like Italy. That was weird. It's weird how this whole coronavirus had actually come on the scenes. It's weird how this whole COVID had just basically appeared up out of nowhere right after China was basically going to be told that you ain't getting off, you ain't basically running shit no more when it comes to trade. From now on, you're going to have to play fair by the rules. And all this other shit that was going on with what was it, with Taiwan and everything like that. And the next thing you know, bam, here comes this COVID. Just out of left field with a soccer ball. Just comes out of straight nowhere and just boom, it's everywhere. And if you try to close off your borders, if you try to say nobody comes in, nobody goes out, you were basically branded as a racist and a nut job and a tinfoil hat conspiracy theorist and all that. And then now guess what? Now this Rona is all over the fucking place and it is ravaging some countries worse than others. Let me tell you this, and I have no idea how I got this shit, people. I don't have any idea how I got it. I have no idea, right? I mean, I play by the rules. I mean, I'm a team player. When I go into stores and when I go around big groups of people, I put on the mask. You know what I mean? I put on the gloves. I put on the mask. I wash my hands. You know, and I'm not touchy-feely all over everything and everybody. And yeah, you know what I mean? I got the little disinfected wipes, the hand sanitizer, all that shit. You name it. I got it. It's jumping off in my world. So how I ended up getting COVID, I'll never know. You know? I mean, I don't go anywhere. When I'm not working, I'm here. I'm here at my house. If I'm not here at my house, I'm working. Simple as that. I don't really like hang close with a lot of different kinds of people and whatnot and this and that. And if I am hanging around with anybody, they've either, number one, they've already had COVID, or they've been vaccinated or some shit. You know what I mean? And they're usually not the kind of people that are running around mixing it up with like a million different people as well. So I don't know what happened. All I know is that it was around Thursday, a couple of weeks ago. That's why you guys didn't see me on that Friday. I just like felt like I was burning up, man. I felt like I was like ready to burst into flames. Like I was literally going to burst into flames at any given moment. I took my temperature. I was at 103 degrees. I filled up my bathtub with a whole bunch of cold water. It was like, I didn't have much ice in my fridge or my freezers, but I tried to put as much ice as I could. But what I did is instead is I put all the ice cubes into 2 bags and I shoved them under my arms and I laid down in a bath of some cold ass water. You know, I felt that, you know, that's what I've always been taught when you have a 103 degree temperature. I mean, that's your brain is cooking at that point. I suspected that it was probably COVID, although I was still trying to like rack my brain and try to figure out where the hell I could have possibly have gotten it from. So I got the fever down. I went through all that shit. Had to leave work early and all this, and next thing you know, I mean, I was just like, I couldn't stop sleeping. Like I was sleeping and sleeping and sleeping, and it almost seemed like I went to jail after I'd been on a sick one for about 8 months. That's what it felt like. It felt like I had been on a sick one for 8 months, no sleep, no eat, you know, just drinking a can of soda and snacking on a couple of burritos from Del Taco or something like that, and on a sick one with no sleep for days and days on end. Go to sleep for a little while, wake back up on a sick one again for 8 months, and then you end up going to jail. And those people, all they do is they just sleep and eat, sleep. But I couldn't eat, but all I was doing was sleeping and sleeping and sleeping and sleeping and sleeping. Finally, come Monday rolled around, I went and took a COVID test, and by Tuesday they were sending me the results telling me that I tested positive. Now, when I had brought the news to you guys on that Tuesday, it was the following day that I just basically, I just completely fell apart. Like my chest was hurting. I was burning up. I was constantly fighting a fever. I couldn't stop sleeping. I couldn't really eat. I couldn't really move, or my whole body was hurting. I mean, I could just touch my head, and it felt like my whole head was like tender to the touch. And I went through that for days and days and days and days on end. And now what I got to tell you guys, what's left, and I was planning on doing this live at around 4:00, but you guessed it, I laid down and fell asleep, and I didn't wake up until about like 30 minutes before I came on this live right here. So that just goes to show you right there. I have never slept this much in my life. My boy Cisco, thank you for the $4.99. Yeah, I'm working on it, brother. I'm working on it. But I gotta tell you, I have never slept this much in my entire life. Never have I slept this much. It's like I could literally go to sleep, people. I could go to sleep for 22 hours, wake up for about 15, 20 minutes, eat something, go right back to bed and sleep for like 10 hours. That's how hardcore this shit is. You know what I mean? And I can't, yeah. This is vicious. But I'm glad many of you are still here. I believe me, I've tried to sit down next to this desk several times to try to kick you guys out some content, man. I just couldn't articulate the words. I just couldn't like form 2 sentences together, man. I got a lot to talk about too, man. I got a lot of content out there I want to put out. I've also been laying out some rough drafts to put some content back on Media Raw, the channel Media Raw. If you're not subscribed to my channel Media Raw, go ahead and give that a subscribe. Also thinking about starting to put some more content out on my Patreon and just, putting it all together and stuff. Getting back on track. Like I said, I've been gone so long away from YouTube. It feels weird to be sitting here with you guys. But yeah, I got some good topics for Media Raw right now. I don't know if you guys have been hearing all the news, but are you guys familiar with what's going on with Australia and China right now? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about in Media Raw. Maybe tomorrow I might be able to drop a piece for it tomorrow. NBC user 1993, did Pino and Milk fight yet? I don't really give a mad motherfuck if those two fucking suck each other off in a Motel 6. I don't give a shit. Don't care about any of those fucking people, any of those boob tube channels at all. We ain't gonna be giving them no kind of free airtime on this channel anymore. None of them. Yeah. Knowledge is power. Thank you for the $2. You're right to question it about Google is Sonoran. Sonoran? I don't know what that means, bro. Yeah, but real talk, man. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't care if Pino and Milk 74 and fucking what's that other one that's pulling all their strings? The fucking gloves up, guns down bullshit guy. What's his name? Fucking the sex offender. Mighty Mouse. I don't care if they all get together and hang out poolside at the Bellagio and they're all painting each other's nails. I really don't give a shit. You know? I don't understand how anybody. You all know what the dude is, right? I mean, you guys know that the dude is a diaper sniper. You know this, right? You guys do know this, right? You do know this, don't you? You guys know that man is a registered sex offender, that he is definitely a diaper sniper. You guys know this, right? Mighty Mouse, you know that, right? I mean, it's you could Google his name, go to a million different government websites and find the T on that one. So my question would be to all of these channels that are out there that are involved in this whole thing, why are you doing business with this dude or these dudes? One's a rat and the other one's a chomo. You know? I don't know really much about Milk 74. The only thing I really know about Milk 74 is that, he used to sit on the side of a dumpster and, talk bad about everybody. And then he got on No Jumper. And then all of a sudden now he's a big ass channel all of a sudden. And before I remember he was just sitting out by the dumpster, smoking a blunt and talking shit about everybody. So yeah, I don't know how he ended up on No Jumper, but he ends up on No Jumper. And now he's blown past me. He's blown past a few other channels that have been out here on the hump for a long time. I ain't mad at him. I ain't knocking him. Good for him. Like I said, I don't know anything about Milk 74. I don't know if he's bad. I don't know if he's a rat. I don't know if he's a chomo. I don't know if he's a fucking fraud. I don't know if he's a real gang member, a fake gang member. I don't know nothing about the guy. People have asked me a million times about him, and I'd say the same thing every single time. I have no idea anything about that guy. Nothing. So I'm not gonna smut him up or talk shit about him because I don't know him. But I've done my research on a lot of these other people. Believe that. And I'm not messing with it with any of these weirdos and what they're talking about. But yeah. But anyways, guys, this is the face of COVID right here. The face of surviving COVID. Now, mind you, I've been through the ringer over the last few months in a lot of different ways. Not only have I been working my ass off, but, with everything that's been going on, all the stress and everything like that, I got to tell you, man, if there was a person that COVID should have killed or hospitalized for a very long time, it should have been me. I mean, there was a couple of times where I almost ended up in the hospital. And I could, like I said, I could tell you right now, I am not nowhere close to being 100. My body still hurts. I still can't shake this post-COVID fatigue that's going on. That's just constantly keeps me bedridden and sleeping and slopping and like a slothing and sleeping and slothing and all that shit. And I can't pull myself out of it, man. No matter what I do, I try to get up and walk around and just run out of breath real fast. Levi Star Rojas, no, I was not working. I haven't been to work in over 2 weeks. I haven't been to work in over 2 weeks. I know, I look pale as fuck, don't I? Yeah. The fucking Kung flu, man. Kung fucking flu. Is anybody gonna get mad at me for saying that shit? You guys remember my homie Wong Lam? Wong Lam that has a Defining Moments podcast. We did that New Year's roast a couple of years ago together. We always call it the bung flu, the Kung flu all the time. Laugh about it. He doesn't get all in his feelings because he's Asian. He doesn't get all butthurt. And people keep telling me to do burpees and all that stuff like that. But you know what the doctors and shit say? The doctors and shit say avoid any kind of strenuous workouts. So these so-called, fitness gurus that are out there in the world talking about push-ups and burpees and all that stuff like that, stick to giving workout advice for people that don't have any reason not to work out, and let the medical professionals continue to give me advice regarding how I should move forward with this shit. Last thing you want to deal with is a jailhouse doctor. All them motherfuckers that when you're sick, I tell you to go out there to the weight pile and put all these blankets and wrap yourself all up with plastic and start running the track and doing all this shit. I've seen people get pneumonia that way. Yeah, I mean, I'm like, how to 3%. I think I'm over the first, like the hump. But I've talked to, like I said, I've talked to my doctor, and I actually got to go see my doctor on Monday. I've talked to my doctor and talked to him. I'm like, why the fuck am I still feel like I'm dead, man? I still feel like a corpse. Like I get up after sleeping 15, 16 hours or some crazy shit, 18 hours, 20 hours sleeping. You know what I mean? The sun was just coming up early in the morning and I went to bed and the sun was already getting ready to come up again, all over again. It was like a whole day I had missed. And I'm like, what is going on, man? Why do I feel this way? And they were telling me that it's this post-COVID fatigue. And they said that some people deal with this shit for months. Some people could deal with it for like 3 to 4 months. They could be going through this crap. Man, that's fucking depressing to think about that. I mean, to me, the way I look at sleep You got lazy people that are out there that have been in the jails for years and stuff like that. They love to sleep. I don't know how many people I've seen that they could just sit there and crawl up in that rack and they could just sleep their sentence away. Like 80% of their sentence they could spend it under the covers. I can't do it. I can't sleep like that, man. I can't. Crazy. How's my appetite? I mean, it's up and down. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. What's up, Wino? Good to see you. Giovanni, 1996 was cracking. I can tell you this COVID, man, it's the real business. It's the real fucking deal. You guys don't want the shit. Trust me. I don't care how healthy you think you are. It don't matter, man. You could be healthy. You could be sick. You could be old. You could be young. It just really, it's like a luck of the draw. It doesn't have like no blueprint that it follows. It just does whatever it does, man. I mean, you could be 90 something years old and sick, get it and live. And then somebody who's 80 something years old gets it and they're dead. I mean, you can have a compromised immune system and all that shit. Get it, die. Another person right next to you with the same compromised immune system gets it, lives. You could be in your 40s and your 50s, I mean, fair to middling type of health. You could die. You could be somebody that's in your 40s, 50s, or 60s, same fair to middling health, and you can live. It's crazy. It's like it doesn't have it's not like the flu or a cold or something like that where it follows a pattern. It has a whole makeup and what it does and all this shit like does all kinds of strange things. I'm gonna tell you, man. When I call it a biological weapon, I call it a biological weapon for a reason. I gotta tell you, it's definitely something like that. Now, anyways. So any of you's got any questions or anything for me? Anybody got any burning desires to ask me any questions? It's crazy, all the ones who take it all secretive about it, like you'd think they'd be proud they made the choice right. Yeah. Oh, how's my taste buds? That's a funny thing, right? People talk about how you lose your sense of smell and your sense of taste. Let me tell you what I experienced with that. 1 minute I'm losing my sense of smell and my sense of taste. The next minute I'm not. Next minute it's right back. So it's like it wasn't permanently gone. It was just like 1 minute I couldn't smell and the next minute I could. Crazy. I don't really know what that means, but you know what I mean? It was a trip. How are my book sales coming along? Not so great. I actually got a pick it back up and probably, eventually pull all those books in and do a bunch of editing, especially on like An Imprisoned Mind. That book really needs to be edited. Elizabeth, good to see you better. Yes, you explained COVID-19 exactly how they are finding it. Hope you get a vaccination when you're 100%. Well, they're going to have to like produce a real vaccine, because everything that I'm reading about what these things are that they're trying to say is a vaccine, those things, they're not really vaccines. I don't know what the fuck they are. Maybe like therapeutics, or I don't know, but they're pawning a lot of this shit off as if it's a vaccine, but I don't know. Chari P, do I think that COVID is a biological weapon? I most definitely, absolutely believe that COVID's a biological weapon. Definitely, without a doubt. If it's an engineered eugenics bioweapon, it's wreaking havoc at India, full of poor brown people. Yeah, it's fucking ravaging India. Priscilla Gomez, you're not the only one that's scared of the vaccine. It's not that I'm scared of the vaccine. Let me just tell you that. It's not that I'm scared of the vaccine. It's just, if I'm going to take I'm not an anti-vaxxer, people. Let me just go ahead and get that like cleared up with all of yous right now. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. Never will you hear me get on here and tell any of you to not get your children vaccinated, not get yourself vaccinated for whatever. You know what I mean? You go ahead and you get vaccinated for whatever you feel you need to get vaccinated for. But the one thing that I have to question about this particular COVID vaccine, these vaccines that are out there, these so-called alleged vaccines, how is it that they just pulled a rabbit out of their ass and created these fucking COVID vaccines just like overnight, yet they still don't have vaccines for some other major fucking medical issues that are going on out there? You know what I mean? How is it? How is it that happened? So that right there has got to make you wonder what's really going on. I mean, it's like the vaccines that I don't even think they've come up with a vaccine for Hep C, HIV, or anything like that. There's all kinds of other, what is it, like malaria and shit. Did they ever come up with a vaccine for malaria? You know? I mean, yeah, man. So I don't know if I'm willing to be the kind of person that's just going to get on board and get one of these vaccines without knowing what the fuck's all about, what it is. I've been seeing people die from these vaccines, people getting really sick. People at my job have taken the vaccines and have they've gotten really sick. A couple of them. One dude never came back after he got his vax. His for like first shot or something like that, and he got sick and went home, and he didn't come back. Like, fuck, I still haven't even seen him. Yeah, there's a cure for Hep C. It's that newest treatment they got out there. I've been seeing dudes on the inside when I was in the feds. They were getting their Hep C straight eradicated. Elizabeth, I hope you're right. Like I said, I'm not an anti-vaxxer, you know, but since now that I've had COVID and I've gone through it, and I'm not really looking forward to repeating this ride. Like my sister, my sister's had COVID twice. My older sister. You'd think that she would have gotten vaccinated by now, but I don't know. Like, I'm not looking to repeat this shit again. So I'll be looking into these vaccines and see, what they're really all about, if they're worth it or not. Yeah, twice. B Bluebell twice. My older sister got COVID infected twice. You can actually get a transplant with Hep C organs now. Oh, that's good to know. NBC user, your dad got the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. He's doing good. Like I said, man, I'm going to be home. I'm still going to be home for a little while. So I think now I'll start researching into these vaccines, the AstraZeneca one and the Johnson & Johnson one and all that other shit. See what they're all about. No, I'm not rushing my recovery at all. As a matter of fact, I talked to my job and I told them, I said, there ain't no way that I'm even going to be able to function at this time of the year when they're hella busy and it's getting hotter and shit like that. And I can't even barely keep my eyes open after sleeping for 21 hours. And I stay up for about 2 or 3 hours and then I got to go back to bed again. So I still remember when I got that positive result too. I thought it was going to be, because like I said, I've gone on quarantine twice before when I didn't feel so good. I thought maybe this was just another one of those days. I just got the flu or something like that. But yeah, man, I go read the results and it's like, bam, positive. And I had to look at it like 2 or 3 times, and I actually had to call the lab and ask them, am I reading this right? Do I have COVID? And they're like, yes, you have COVID. I'm like, fuck. So that was it, man. My company I worked for, they were not letting me back in that door. And even still, because I still have like symptoms. Like earlier today, I had a 99.9 temperature. Last night I had 100 degree temperature, but it didn't go over 100 degrees. They're spraying COVID in chemtrails in red states. I'm not going to get into a comment about the chemtrails. We'll save that for some tinfoil hat topic time on Media Raw. But the chemtrails. Device Star Rose, I have no idea how I got COVID. So I said early on when I started this live, I have no idea how I got this shit. No idea. No idea whatsoever. Like I said, I don't really go anywhere. I mean, I've gone a couple of places. I mean, but I wear my mask. I put on gloves. I don't touch everything. I wipe shit down. Anytime I go grocery shopping, man, I scrub that cart down. Like I go find that spray bottle. I spray bottle that shit down. I take the rags. I take the disinfectant wipes and everything, wipe it all down. Every time I touch something in there, like when I'm in a grocery store and I buy something, I throw it into the cart and I run it through and it gets checked in and put in bags and stuff. I rinse my hands all off and everything again. I don't touch my face. I'm pretty conscious about all of that. But like I said, it could be that at my job, because there's like 20 of us in there, like touching everything all the time. And there'll be some parts of the night of the evening where there'll be like 10 or 11 of us in the same aisle, like touching all the same shit at the same time. So who knows? And there has been a few people at my job that were getting sick prior to me going out and not coming back. Somebody's blasting their music around here. Hold on a second, guys. It's like a straight block party out there right now. But anyways, guys. Yeah, I heard about the strain in India. I'm gonna be talking about that here pretty soon. Thank you, J Rock Talks. Appreciate it. President Donald J. Trump, 45th. True. The less effective it'll be. You're right about that. But I mean, it's always going to kill germs, regardless. Bronx guy, thank you for the $2.99. Yeah, we're gonna get the media raw going back up again. Oh, the Mickey Cohen video, yeah. Yeah, that's the one that I've been trying to do. But you know what I mean? When that shit hit, man, I couldn't even think straight. And I didn't want to do Mickey Cohen any injustice by giving him a bad video, you know what I mean? So, but anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. Like I said, man, I'm still feeling half dead and shit. And it's hot in this office right here. You know what I mean? But I'm glad so many of you stopped by to listen to me crawling back to the PBR office little by little. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get back on track. You see how I'm dealing with a bunch of other things these days. So you guys know what I'm talking about. The way I handle certain circumstances and situations these days. Yep. Just like that. We'll be up and on track. Gonna get this channel back online, get some content out there to all of yous. And like I said, man, it's gonna take more than COVID to kill me. I know there's some people out there that probably wished that this COVID had killed me. Bet you they were mad as fuck to see me on here and alive tonight. Probably thought I was never coming back. You know what I mean? Probably thought I was never coming back. Bet you they were mad as fuck to see me on the live tonight. But that's all good. But like I said, I'm gonna work on seeing if I can get that Mickey Cohen video dropped tomorrow. I'm gonna see if I can get some Media Raw shit up and running. Until then, like I said, man, I appreciate all the support, all the love from the PBR car. It's good to see that all of yous are still here. It's good to see that I didn't lose any of my subscribers or anything like that. I actually gained quite a few new subscribers. I've gained since I've been down. I've gained a couple of hundred subscribers. So that's a good thing. But yeah. Priscilla Gomez, thank you. I'll do that. Sports fan J Dub. Nevi Star Rose, B Blue Bell. Cisco, Hotto 3, Wolves Lair, all the rest of you guys. Much love. I will see you on the next one. Until then, you guys have a great night.